Wake up, I'm happy.
Left, 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 right, left, 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 left, left.
Either side. Yep. Okay. Everybody load up. It's not shut.
Welcome to the annual Tiverton Celebrates Parade 2025. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Mike.
Who am I? Oh, I'm Steve.
That's Steve.
Hey.
And I'm Aiden.
And we're here to help you celebrate with us in Tiverton. Tiverton is one of the oldest towns in the state of Rhode Island. Very rich history. And actually part of North Tiverton was actually part of Fall River, Massachusetts. A lot of people don't know that. And the actual boundary line on State Avenue in Tiverton was actually settled in a Supreme Court case in the late 1800s.
No way.
The Supreme Court of the United States actually had to get involved to determine the northern border of the town of Tiverton.
That's cool.
Yeah, so myself, Steve, and Aiden, we all grew up here, right? Went to school here. Yes.
did.
Lifelong Tiverton residents for the most part.
For the most part. Short
most part.
hiatus, but I came back.
Yeah. Me as well. I left, went into the military, came back after a few years, bought a house right here in town.
Say hi, Daddy will watch you on TV tonight. So hi.
It's nice to get away for a
Come
while.
on.
Because
It
you
is.
get to appreciate home
Oh,
more.
you said it.
Yes.
You take home for granted. And then when you're gone for a while and you come back, you really see how wonderful this place is.
That's right. And we are very blessed to have such a wonderful town as Tiverton. Small towns are disappearing across America, and, you know, it's up to all of us to keep our town a town.
Absolutely.
So we have a whole lineup of excellent vehicles,
We do.
dignitaries all coming through, some local businesses that'll be coming through in the parade today. So please stay tuned and join us. The parade just started down at Holy Ghost Church and Pecasset School, and it'll be coming right here. We're at the local Tiverton Gun Shop on Main Road, right across from Duran's Auto. And Duran's, you got to love these guys. Do a lot of great work on Jeeps, kind of what they specialize in, besides owning the motorcycle shop in town. So good family, do a lot of work in the town, help out with a lot of things.
Makes me want to buy a Jeep.
Yeah,
There's so many of them over there.
I know. Well, I went bigger. I bought a Hummer.
You bought a Hummer.
I did. I bought an H2 Hummer, so which is nice because I actually help teach at the Tiverton High School, which I'm very glad to be a member of. But I do have the biggest vehicle in the parking lot.
I bet you do.
So, so when the students give me a hard time, I just tell them not to because I'll just back right over.
Back over them, yeah.
Back over anything they
Either
own.
use them,
Not that I would do
use
that.
them as a
but
chalk. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't upset Mr. C. I'll
Yeah, don't
drive right
upset
over
him.
your vehicle.
That's funny. Too much.
So we got a great turnout, and just want to remind everyone that, yes, today we have the parade, but tonight, starting at 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., right down on Tiverton Waterfront at Grinnell's Beach, we will have our annual block party. We're going to have a ton of food trucks, vendors. We'll be selling some of these awesome sweatshirts and T-shirts. You can come down and buy one of those from us. And, yeah, food trucks. We've got a great band playing, and fireworks right around 8:45, 9 p.m. tonight. So bring the family down, and they will have more buses. This year we have 8 buses instead of 5 to help with moving traffic. So it should be a lot easier to get in and out of the Grinnell Beach area this evening. Also, as a side note, Highland Ave. If you're thinking about parking on Highland Ave, I would not do that. We had an issue last year with cars parking on both sides of Highland Road. So this year that's kind of being shut down. So if you are on Highland Road, just make sure your vehicle is in the yard, in the driveway, and not on the side of the street.
Yeah, it's not a very wide road to park on to begin with.
No, and we did have some congestion last year on Highland Road with emergency vehicles and other cars not being able to get through. So this year we're trying to fix that.
Sounds like a plan.
And up there, speaking of Highland Road, is the famous Fort Barton. Now that goes back to Revolutionary times. Fort Barton is a great trail to walk through and visit. The tower up there, the tower, if you're on top of the tower at Fort Barton, you can actually see into the state of Connecticut. You can see right across the state of Rhode Island into the state of Connecticut. It's one of the highest points in the state.
Cool. Man, you are like a plethora of knowledge.
My head is totally filled with useless information. So I just, my wife tells me that every day. So I just, yeah.
Mine is all music from the 70s and the 80s.
Yes, well, as a DJ,
and as a DJ,
I have that.
You probably got the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Songs you never heard of. That's what's in my playlist.
I can tell you the band. I can tell you the year it came out.
Yes.
I don't know where my car keys are when I get up in the morning, but.
Right. I don't know why I walked into the kitchen, but I can tell you what song was #1 in '66. So
Isn't that the truth? Too funny.
Oh, yeah. So we also have some highlights going on around town and around the local area. Westport, our neighbors to the east, Westport is having their parade on Monday, Memorial Day at 9:30 a.m. And that's we're going right down. I think it's going down County Street. They're going to start down around the Westport Center, down where the old high school and the new school complex is in Westport. They have a big parade going through there.
I used to be part of that parade quite often back in the day when I was working over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool parade. You should check it out. Definitely.
Our off-camera production assistant, Amy, doing a wonderful job, handing me little notes. Cancel this? No, add them back in. So that's all. Because we're live right now, so we're doing everything on the fly, which is great.
Did you say a sports update?
Oh, sports update. Big shout out to the Tiverton High School ladies softball team. They are crushing it this year.
Awesome.
Practically undefeated. They start the playoffs Tuesday. I believe the game is around 4:30. It's a home game. Tiverton High School. You have to come out and support our Lady Tigers. They are just crushing it this year with softball. Leah Dosta, remember Gary? His daughter Leah is our pitcher.
Nice.
She is striking out people left and right. Camille, Sarah Poland, all the girls at Tiverton High, they're doing a phenomenal job just, bringing a lot of glory to Tiverton. Little tiny Tiverton, and our softball team is crushing it this year.
Cool.
So please, Tuesday, 4 p.m., Tiverton High, come on out and watch the game, support the THS girls softball team.
Well, hopefully the weather will hold out. Looks like it's going to.
Yes, today we got a high of 59, so it's good hoodie weather. And if you don't have a hoodie, hey, once again, you can buy one of these tonight down at Grinnell's. Right?
I need a hoodie.
Buy one of these down at Grinnell's Beach. They are very durable and super comfy.
They look warm too.
They are very warm.
Just saying.
Yes. Oh, I hear some sirens. Sounds like the lead car for the Tiverton Parade should be coming our way in just a minute.
A lot of stuff going around in town this weekend. The farmers market's going to be tomorrow at 10.
Yes.
And that's over at the Town Farm Recreation Complex. So definitely a busy weekend with the parade and the block party and the fireworks. And then you can check out the farmers market on Sunday.
Farmers market. And I heard that we're going to bring back Pardon Gray Day this fall. So that was always a huge celebration in town down at Pardon Gray. Food trucks, bands, ice cream, all kinds of stuff. Maybe hay rides. So that, check with the Tiverton Recreation Department. Check with my buddy Stu over at Tiverton Recreation. They're looking at putting together a Pardon Gray committee. And hopefully September in the fall, we'll have another Pardon Gray Day. So that's a huge event for the town.
Cool.
And in June, we have Child Safety Day. Once again, the Tiverton Police Department will be sponsoring Child Safety Day this June. And that this year, instead of at Grinnell's Beach, is going to be held over at Longplex in their parking lot. We did it a few years ago. We did it over at Longplex, and it worked out really great because they have massive amounts of parking, and they have stuff indoors and outdoors. So it worked out really, really well. So once again, check Tiverton happenings, check the local calendar. We have Child Safety Day, sponsored by the Tiverton Police Department, coming up middle of June over at Longplex. And then in August will be National Night Out. And hopefully this year again, we'll have the annual Tiverton Police Department versus Tiverton Fire Department baseball game over on Bugglemarsh Road, 177 at the sports field over there.
Well, you know who I'm going to root for.
Who?
Let me guess.
If you didn't know, Steve was a member of the Tiverton Fire Department.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yes.
Got a great turnout today. Lots of people lined up on the sidelines
Indeed.
to watch the parade today. Hopefully we'll have an appearance by our favorite town dog, Blue.
Yeah.
Blue is a great dog, comes by the Tiverton High School every now and then. Our wonderful SRO, Jackie, they'll bring Blue in, and the students love seeing Blue at all the schools.
Yep, see some lights. They're starting to get close now.
Wonderful. The Fall River Carousel is open this weekend. It's starting back up. It opens today at 11 a.m. after the parade down in Battleship Cove. And if I'm correct, that carousel came out of Lincoln Park.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's one of the oldest carousels in the country, 1800s, right?
Yeah, it goes back. I think we all rode on that. I know I did.
Many times.
Before it was in Fall River.
Yeah, back at Lincoln Park. If you growing up Lincoln Park, right? That was a place to go.
Yep. That was the place.
My favorite ride at Lincoln Park, what was the the sack slide, the big slide.
Oh,
You go down, and they would always come off the sack and bounce off and get rug burns on the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah. Or that, you'd like get up, you'd get so much static electricity going, you'd touch
Yes.
the fence and electrocute
Yeah,
yourself.
electrocute yourself. I don't
Just
know
go
how,
over to your buddy and go, yeah.
some of those rides are just totally unsafe at Lincoln
Oh,
Park, but
Yeah.
that was
Well,
the best.
That was how it was back then, that's for sure.
But my parents would take us. We go on a Saturday night or Sunday night. They'd take us on all the rides in Kittyland and then the adult part of the park, and then we'd always end up in the pavilion where they would get some drinks and the famous clam cakes there, and we would all sit at the sticky benches. The benches were always sticky at
Yes,
Lincoln
they
Park, and watch the bands play.
Yeah, watch the bands. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, the roller skating rink,
The roller skating rink.
which I wasn't so good at, so I'd cause pileups if I went out there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, talking about roller skating. I mean, back in the day, we had cheap skates,
yeah.
Star Wheels.
Star Wheels.
Yeah. We were talking earlier how that where Atlantic Grill is down on Shove Street, that used to be the old Ponta Delgado drive-in. And back in the 70s and 80s, it was drive-in movies there. There was like a little amusement park. And 100 years ago, that area was actually a racetrack. A real racetrack was there. Long before many of the houses were there and the mills were still operating. Bourne Mills is now an apartment complex, but that was actually an active mill all along Cook Pond back in the day.
It was. Sure was.
We've got our lead car getting ready to come by, Tiverton Police Department.
Police cruisers sure have come a long way, haven't they?
Yeah, the ones I used to ride in the back of were totally
There's more leg room now, they say.
There's more leg room
Yeah.
now. I'm just
Not me.
Captain Mike Miguel. Once
Mike
again,
Miguel.
it's
We were just talking about
we
him.
were just talking about Mike.
All good,
he's
Mike, all good.
class of 1986 Tiverton graduate. It's so wonderful that many of the people that grew up in this town grew up to serve our town on the fire department, the police department, recreation committee. One of my friends that I graduated with, John DaCosta, his two sons are on the force now.
Comes the banner. Coming up.
Oh, sorry. Nah. Michael, put you on. You got that?
Got our wonderful officers in the Tiverton Police Department. Yep. Lieutenant John LeDuc. He's a community outreach officer now. He's helping with a lot of the community outreach programs here in town. Wonderful guy. U.S. military veteran. Still active in the military as well, in the reserves.
Nice.
Some of our Tiverton High School students carrying the banner. Here's our honor guard.
Yeah.
The Bristol Train of Artillery
Yeah.
Good morning.
in the colonial garb.
Happy Memorial
These guys have been
Day.
around since 1776. And as a side note, Bristol, Rhode Island has the longest continuously operating patriotic parade in America.
Yes.
Gotta love those muskets. Yeah, Bristol Train of Artillery.
And that was the cannon that you
Yes.
all heard and saw, actually.
Starting us off.
Starting us off, yes, sir.
Coming up next, we have the Tiverton Fire Department Honor Guard.
I was actually newly appointed as a firefighter when they started that, and that was back in 1994-ish. Yeah, they look great.
These guys look super spiffy.
Oh yeah, they always do.
Sharp dressed men right there.
Yes, sir.
Comes our Tiverton town officials. We got some of the middle school students carrying the banner. It's wonderful. We had a lot of students from the middle school and high school volunteer today. And here's the town mascot.
There he is.
Our very own Tiverton Tiger. In a convertible sponsored by VD.
You gotta love a double-decker bus.
Aiden, you want to talk about the Farm Coast bus, number 6? My buddy Luke Wrenchen Entertainment.
You guys got like a DJ's union?
We do, actually. My buddy Luke and his son Luke Jr. Luke and I have known each other for well over 20 years.
Wow.
We've done a lot of events together, DJ associations, believe it or not. Gone to Vegas together, that's a different story.
Ah. Well, you can't talk about that because it's got to
Can't
stay
tell
there.
those
Right,
stories.
exactly.
Exactly.
Gotcha. VFW post. Little interesting tidbit about the VFW. Back when we were kids in the 70s, the VFW actually used to put on the parade.
Yes. Yeah, we had also mentioned that the old Knights of Columbus used to have an Easter egg hunt every year. Big giant Easter egg hunt out in the woods in the parking lot behind the Knights of Columbus.
Yep.
Gotta love this classic pickup right here.
I think that was his first merit badge, actually. He did electric with Mark Kuno.
Had the Tiverton Historical Society and the Veterans Association of Bristol County. Right now we got the Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts coming through. All practicing their parade waves. Doing a great job.
Yeah. You know, the VFW pickup truck.
Now there's the way to travel.
Yes.
There you go.
Good, how are you?
Do you have anything on land trust? Here you go.
Thank you. That was one of our commentators from last year, right, Chris?
There you go.
Tiverton Land Trust.
Help conserve Dick's Farm.
Yeah, they're working together to conserve nearly 50 acres of field, forest, and waterfront for the families of Tiverton to enjoy for many generations to come.
I know when I was a young man growing up in the north end of Tiverton, we used to spend a lot of time out in there in the woods, playing around, riding our bikes through the trails, and
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it's a nice, a beautiful area.
There's a little QR code if you want to
Donate.
reach out and donate. Keep Tiverton in town. I keep saying that. Tiverton Historical Society, Susan Anderson. I mean, she marches every year. She just gets right out there and gets going. The Veterans Association of Bristol County, established in 1987, and their mission is to honor and serve all who have served or still serving in the armed forces of the United States of America. Now, they work with a lot of our community community outreach programs and veterans programs to foster healing and growth in the community while people are on duty and after duty. Who's this, Aiden? Number 12.
Number 12. We have Miss Rhode Island, Alexia Rodriguez.
Yeah.
She is actually also a military veteran. She's a sergeant in the Rhode Island National Guard. And she works as a recruiter.
And she was just recently crowned on May 10th.
Yes. Rhode Island Kempo Karate Academy coming by. Fantastic local organization that empowers individuals of all ages to practice Kenpo Karate. We got Envy Gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter actually participated in Envy when she was small. What a great program after school during the summer. And they're really good at helping out a lot of the community stuff with the kids in town.
Keeps our kids busy, which is a good thing.
Who we got next, Aiden?
We got Bank Newport. Bank Newport offers a full suite of products and services to meet your personal and business banking goals. Bank Newport is committed to meeting the needs of the community, wherever it is your financial needs or supporting local nonprofits. With 19 convenient locations across Rhode Island, plus one account opening and digital banking capabilities, where you're anywhere, anytime, anywhere bank.
You got it, Aiden. And I actually bank right here at Bank Newport on Main Road, and they got a wonderful staff, super friendly. They know me by name when I come in.
And they've been there for a long time.
And they've been there for a long time, and they haven't blocked me from going in the building yet. So that's
a good sign.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign. And we had Bristol and East Bay Young Republicans went by. It's a good conservative group here in town.
Animal Control snuck by, too.
Yeah, Animal Control snuck by. I was looking for Blue, didn't see Blue, but I think Blue will show up later. Good, Aiden. Who's this? Number 19.
Number 19 was Hot Rod Jace.
Yeah, then we got Rick and Joan in their little punch buggy.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, Rick and Joan karaoke. They do a great
Halloween.
job. They do karaoke all over the place. The VFW. They've been doing karaoke for like 20 years. They really do a great job with it. Tiverton High School Marching Band. Love these guys. My buddy, Mr. Luke Bain, new music director for Tiverton High School. He's been doing a bang-up job. He just took the band to New York City, where they performed on the deck of the aircraft carrier Intrepid. They did a couple of weeks ago. They performed a concert in New York City on the Intrepid.
Nice.
Tiverton High School Marching Band, crushing it.
Were you in the band?
I was a jazz band geek.
Yeah.
Middle school and high school. I was a band geek.
wannabe band geek, but I wasn't in the band.
Tiverton Little League just went by, established in 1952, the longest recreational league in Tiverton, the Little League.
Oh.
Right now we got the Lions Club, Tiverton Lions Club. Now they've been helping Tiverton and Little Compton since 1942. And their motto is, "We serve." I love seeing the little kids in the parade.
They're the best part.
That's got to be the best. Not
And
only
they
do you
love
get
being
to,
in it.
They love being in it.
That's the best part of the parade.
That's got to be the coolest thing when you're a
I
kid.
remember being a kid and being able to be in a parade. I mean, it made my day. I
Absolutely.
used to love watching them, but I used to really enjoy
watching them, but
being
then being in one.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
that was quite the thing.
Here we go with the Tiverton Lions Club.
hence all the lions, of course.
Yes,
You can't have a Lions Club without lions.
exactly. Next up, Clark Costume Characters.
Is that our friend Elmo?
It is.
Look at
Yep,
that.
it is Elmo.
That is Elmo. The kids on the side of the street are going wild.
Oh, they love Elmo. Next up in the minivan, step-by-step convenience.
Right down the road.
Right down the road. Yeah, they got drinks, ice cream, slushies, candies, chips,
You name it.
fireworks. They've got it all. And they have the ever-precious red Tiverton garbage bags. Can't get enough of those. Piermont's Performance. These guys got the coolest trucks in town.
They have the coolest trucks in town.
Coolest trucks in
And
town.
you get to see them a lot because they're just parked several
yeah.
hundred feet down the street here.
Hey, the suspension on this thing is ridiculous.
It's insane.
And those rims.
Yep.
I need rims like that for
I don't
my
even
H2
want to know
Hummer.
what those rims cost. Don't even want to know. Awesome. They look great.
I need one of those horns for my H2.
Heck, I'll put one in my Pathfinder.
I know. Put one on my Vespa.
I'd probably
I just-
I'd scare myself. Are you kidding me?
That's a problem. I scare myself.
I hit my horn by accident the other day. I can't imagine if I had one of those.
Maritime Solutions. That's right. Need help with your boat?
There you go.
Got to get it worked out, straightened out, engine work, decking work,
And that's a nice boat
bilge
they're pulling
pumps, Maritime Solutions. They will help you figure all that out.
there. Captivation Photography's coming up. So they've been in business for 35 years.
Yeah, we're working in the event industry. I've actually worked with Lori and them for well over 20 years. I've done so many weddings and events with them. They are always a joy to work with, super professional, very friendly. They do a great job, and they are local. Hello, my friend.
And they work with the Tiverton Little League. Pretty much for the past 25 years, they've been working with the Tiverton Little League.
Yes, yeah, they're doing some of the official photography for the
Nice.
Little League. Aiden, Rail Explorers, want to tell us about them? Rail Explorers right over in Portsmouth.
Well, I've yet to go there.
That you should check out what they did. They took the old section of railroad track that goes from Melville Boat Basin
Yep.
all the way up to the Navy base.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
All down
I used to
Burma
fi-
Road.
I used to fish down
Yep, past Weaver Cove, all the way up Burma Road there.
Mhm.
And you can ride the pedal cars, and then you come back. But they've also added a bunch of train cars down there. They've got restaurants, they got outdoor dining.
Really?
Yeah, it
that's
is.
awesome.
Yeah, they have done in the last 3 years, just in the last 3 years,
That's
they
nice.
have totally revamped that whole area down there, Melville Boat Basin. And there's also a really cool hideaway spot, the Gulfstream Restaurant, right down the marina. And Gulfstream has wonderful food, and they have bands and acoustic guys playing and stuff. But yeah, Rail Explorers, check that out. Great activity. You know, and they do nighttime. It's really cool because they go late at night. So you do sunset rides on the Rail Explorer, and it's all lit up.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And that's a great place to see the sunset.
It is right
'Cause you're
right down
near the
past
water. Yeah.
Weaver Cove. Yeah.
Yeah.
Future Scholars preschool going by. Here they come. Experience the adventure of life and learning.
Try blood. I'll bring a first aid kit next year.
Yeah, Dave, you want to talk about Future Scholars preschool number 32?
Of course. Future Scholars Preschool. a local daycare preschool that accommodates, I hope I said that right, children from ages 6 weeks to age 8. Contact us today for more information about our programs and summer camp program.
Oh, yeah. Summertime is coming. Need a place to send the kiddos? Send them to the Future Scholars Preschool.
Yeah. Back in our time, they just sent us outside.
They just,
Don't come back till the streetlights come on.
yeah, just let us drink from garden hoses and
Yeah.
survive for ourselves.
I
That's,
get on my bike and ride like 6 neighborhoods over, be in a different
Exactly.
part of town.
yeah. Yeah, I grew up on Saudi Pond, and my parents would always say, don't go out on the water. So the first thing we did early in the morning was go out on the
Go
water.
out on the water.
Yeah. Mom, if you're listening, we didn't do that.
No.
I'm just. The heart of childhood.
That's a nice little float.
That is an excellent float. Great job with that float
Yeah.
there. Tiverton Historical Cemeteries Commission. Now, someone told me there's over 78 historical cemeteries in Tiverton.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know
I
there was
didn't
that
know
many.
either.
Yeah, there's literally like 78 cemeteries,
Yeah.
and the oldest stone, 1704.
Yep.
Actually, my family, I'm a descendant of the Fishes. So Fish Road is actually named after my ancestors. It is on my mother's side. So if you go to Pecasset Cemetery, the fish plots go all the way back to the 1800s in Pecasset. But off Sousa Road, there's a historical cemetery.
Yeah.
There's some fish plots up there that go back to the late 1700s.
Wow.
So this town is a lot older than people think.
Yeah. Oh, the history is amazing.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I just want to thank Dunkin' Donuts on Main Road for the delicious coffee this morning. I really needed it.
I have an iced tea.
We gotta
do a
love
great job
Dunkin'
over there.
Donuts.
Gotta love, yeah, the world runs on Dunkin', and right now we are too. So.
Yes. That float's got palm trees on it.
It does.
Don't feel like there's palm trees around.
Doesn't feel like palm trees. That's why you need to get one of our hoodies tonight down at
Yeah,
Grinnell's
I know. You
Beach.
keep telling me. I know. The day I buy the hoodie is the day summer shows up,
Yeah,
and it's going to be like 110 degrees in the shade till September.
exactly. Cookies Farm.
Hey,
They offer beef and excavation.
that's a combination.
That is quite the combination, but
Hey.
beef and excavation
I mean, hey,
from
why
Cookies
not?
Farm.
Why not?
Why not?
That's it. That should be their motto. Why not?
Why not?
There you go. Awesome. Ever present Phil's Propane.
Phil's Propane.
A staple in this town.
I know they've been in business since my God, for over 73 years.
Yeah.
73 years since like 1949. They've been around.
Yeah.
Dave Souza and the motorcycle riders
There's
right
our
there.
Motorcycle riders.
Yeah. Look at these gorgeous bikes coming through.
Beautiful bikes.
All right.
I see Mustangs coming up.
All right, number 39, Aiden, we're going to let you do this, but it's not what you think. We got the Bristol County Pony Club coming up, but it's not horses. It's horsepower.
It is horsepower.
It's all horsepower. Hopefully that's on camera. I'm sorry, you just can't do that in a Prius.
No, you can't do that in a Prius. No.
Hey, if you own a Prius, great, but
Yeah, but
you
you're
just
not,
can't.
yeah.
smoke them.
You're not smoking them in a Prius.
No.
I used to have a '96 Mustang Cobra. I miss it.
There we go. Light them up, baby.
Light them up.
Light them up.
I hope he's got stock in Goodyear.
Yeah.
Whew.
Light them up.
Those tires aren't cheap.
They are not. Bristol County Pony Club was started in 2021 with just 2 members. Mike and Michelle have expanded the club to over 1,000 members as of today.
And I see more than just ponies in there. I see some Chevrolets. I see some Dodges coming through.
Oh, yeah. I had a vet go by.
And a vet. There's another vet coming up. They just love the fact. Wow.
I love that.
They just love the fact they can do this and they're not going to get pulled over and get a ticket.
I know. Today's the only day you can get away with burning rubber on Main Road.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually, every year they do an annual cruise on the Kangamangas Highway up in New Hampshire in the White Mountains. That's got to be a phenomenal cruise, and that's all to benefit the American Cancer Society.
That's so awesome.
Number 40, Aiden. Who we got next?
We got on-site portable restroom.
There's my buddy Brendan and my buddy Jamie Ross.
He's waving the toilet paper. You can't beat that.
I love Brendan. Is such a great kid.
Yeah.
He actually volunteers with the Newport Police Department in one of their programs. Yeah, he's a high school student. Great kid. I love that kid.
Nice.
Yeah, getting back to the race cars. When I was a little kid, my dad raced his Camaro up at Epping, New England Dragway in Epping, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So back in the 70s, he would trailer the Camaro up. We'd go up to Epping and get to meet all the race car drivers, funny car drivers.
Wow.
I mean, that was just something.
We need a little Jaws theme music here for this next.
Yeah. Either that or Baby Shark.
Oh, Baby Shark.
Baby
Nah.
Shark. Do, do, do,
Oh,
do, do,
gosh,
do. No, I know.
don't go there.
No
do
Baby
people
Shark.
Do people request that when you play?
Yes, when I do kids events, I have a lot of field days coming up at schools that I'll be DJing, and I DJ at campground and beach parties. Baby Shark all the time.
That's one happy shark, man.
Yes.
Bap, bap.
Then we got Studio Life right here. The Pat Bigelow. You know, I actually knew Pat. I grew up with Pat and George.
Oh, wow.
Pat used to play. She was a lead singer in a band with my uncle back in the 70s. Remember Kent's 400?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
They played in a band called the 411s. You know why? Because Pat Bigelow and the other lead singer, Joanne, were 4 feet 11 tall. I swear to God.
Gotta love it.
The 411s. Her son, Georgie, and her husband, George, do construction Anderson Windows. They've been in town forever. But Pat passed away a couple of years ago, unfortunately. Oh. And what a great family. What a great family. So, Studio Life, Pat Bigelow Foundation for the Arts. Right now, Newport Propane. What a gorgeous truck.
I know, huh? All shined up for the parade.
Shine up for the parade.
Oh, Viti's coming to drop off my car.
Your car. Yeah,
I live right across the street. Just put it in my driveway. We'll be good.
Yeah, they support. Every year they donate a car for our grand marshals, for our dignitaries.
Yeah.
For the Rhode Island. Miss Rhode Island and stuff.
Another institution in the town coming by.
God. Humphreys. Yeah, since 1885. Pretty much 140 years.
Yep.
Humphreys has been in the town of Tiverton.
Yep.
Some of the guy from Duran's Auto Gallery, right across the street from right now. Oh, look at this Land Cruiser. That's got to be from the 60s, right? Late 60s, early 70s? That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know how old that is, but it's definitely old.
Yeah, they've been around since
great shape.
1991, Duran's. Tiverton Auto Body. Been around since 1964. Hey, Chris. Chris Perry right there.
Hey, there he is.
His son, little Chris, works there. Interesting side story. So I bought a 2005 H2 Hummer last August. Could not get it inspected anywhere in the state. Because in the state computer, right, they had the gross vehicle weight listed as 7,400 pounds. But the actual vehicle weight is 8,600 pounds.
Yeah.
So every inspection station I went to, kicked it out, could not get an inspection sticker.
Really?
Had to go to the DMV 3 or 4 times. We've all experienced that in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Finally took it to Tiverton Auto Body. Scott hooked me up, got it all straightened out, got me my inspection sticker. And, he works on all the big trucks and stuff. I've taken my H2 over there, fixed my transmission, my brake lines, my transmission filter. Tiverton Auto Body. You got a big truck? Just take it over there.
There you go.
They'll hook you right up.
Public Works is passing by.
TPW. Love these guys.
They do a great job.
They
keeping
do.
our town looking good, working right. We love them at the dog park. They do a lot of work for us at the dog park and help us out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when these guys plow in the winter, they're always nice enough to come back. And if you ask them, they'll unblock your driveway.
They will, yep.
Everybody hates that. You just shovel out your driveway, and then it gets blocked. But if you catch one of these guys, say, hey, can you move it? They've always moved it for me, been very helpful.
Yep.
Tiverton Fire Department, Tiverton Police Department. Our new hook and ladder truck, ladder number 2. This thing is big, bad, and awesome.
Yep. They actually had to modify the building for that.
They did. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. They had to modify that building.
Well, that fire station was built in the 50s.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, the Tiverton Fire Barn, I'm sure you remember, we used to go to dances at the Tiverton Fire.
Yeah.
That was all offices.
And I helped run the dances later on.
Yeah. Steve Yokin and whoever used to DJ and stuff back in the day. Tiverton Fire Barn dances.
Yeah.
Tiverton Police Department. Once again, we are very honored that so many of the Tiverton firefighters, Tiverton Police. Hey, Jackie, the SRO right there. Love Jackie. She does a great job at Tiverton High School. But, it's just so awesome that a lot of the people on the town, fire department, police department, live in this town, work in this town, grew up in this town. So I am Mike.
Who am I?
Who are you? Steve.
Steve.
And that's...
And I'm Aiden.
That's
and
Aiden.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next year.
That's right. We'll see you tonight down at Grinnell's Beach, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Stop by. Food trucks, fireworks, big band. Thank you, Tiverton.
Bring your appetite and your earplugs. There you go.
Yep. Thank you for watching.